Hey, this is Joe Gilder from HomeStudioCorner.com. I want to show you one of my favorite plugins in Studio One. It's super simple, and you may not even know it's there. And it comes in real handy. So a lot of questions, one of the common questions I get from people who've switched to Studio One is they'll come up on something like this. So this is a stereo bus, or it's the same on a stereo track. And they'll notice that here's the panner. You can pan left, you can pan right. And in things like Pro Tools, there are two panners here, a left panner and a right panner. It's a neat system, but it also is kind of annoying because you have to adjust each individually. So if you want to just pan everything to the right, you take one and pan it to the right. But if you want to pan it slightly to the left, for example, you've got to pan one a little bit and then bring the other one up, and you're kind of playing this back and forth dance. And it's not easy to just take the width of this and bring it down to say not full left and right, maybe halfway to the left and right. So with all that in mind, PreSonus has this plugin called Dual Pan. Now, when you first open this, it opens up and it looks like this. Okay? You've got this pan law, which I never touch. You've got input balance, which I also never touch. But if you need to get it, if it's off-centered, for example, you need to balance it first, you can do that. But the main place where I hang out is over here on the right. Now, leaving it as it defaults, it's just like in Pro Tools where you've got two different panners. The only problem is you have to install a plugin and then come up here to mess with them, which isn't super helpful, okay? And I don't use it for that at all. What I like to do is use this link button. So this does one of two things. It allows me to link them together and then pan them together like this, which is kind of the same to me as this. I don't know if it's actually working the same way, but I don't use that either. What I link them for is to get to this width control. So the width control allows me to change how wide the stereo width is. So for example, in this song, there's a drum track. We've got, basically we did three overheads, a mono overhead, and then we had kind of spot mics over near the hi-hat and the ride cymbal. And in the mix, I felt like it was too wide. The rides, the hi-hats felt too far to the left in comparison to the ride. So what I wanted to do was just narrow them down. Now I could come over and take the individual tracks and do something like this, but that's no fun because you got to do both and then go listen and come back and try to adjust them to the exact same setup, the exact same panning left and right. That's no fun. So I just install the Dual Pan plugin on the bus and then I just adjust the width like this. And somewhere around there felt better to me. Super quick and easy, and you can even single click on the plugin and it'll allow you to just make the adjustments right here. So you don't have to even open up the plugin to make these adjustments. They're all right there for you. Super, super cool plugin. Use it when you have something in stereo that you need to adjust the width on, preferably to make it less wide. Dual Pan is your man. All right, I'm Joe from HomeStudioCorner.com. In the next video, I'll show you another very similar plugin, but has a very key difference that you'll want to check out. I use it all the time for a couple of things, so be sure you check that out in the next video. Thanks.